Shalom, giving all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakahakwadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do rule well, and peace and salutations to you, Sister Akim, pushing the truth throughout the four corners of the earth, risking your lives and freedom to do so now more so than ever. And these heathens are nothing. All right, you know, Scripture talks about the heathens going to be judged. This is Second Ezra chapter 3, and I'm gonna start at verse 10. And it came to pass in every of them that as death was to Adam, so was the flood of these to these. Nevertheless, one of them thou leftest, namely Noah, with his household, of whom came all righteous men. And it happened that when they that dwelt upon the earth began to multiply, and had gotten them many children, and were a great people, they began again to be more ungodly than the first. All right. So, hey, that's what the scripture talks about. All right. Ever since Adam, all right, the grain of wicked seed is sown in man. As a matter of fact, all right, let me go grab it. I know it's in the Apocrypha. Yep, Second Ezra chapter 4, and I'll start at verse 28. But as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee. For the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then can it not come that is sown with good? Which the thing that's sown with good is the kingdom of heaven. All right, and this wicked present evil world has to pass away in order for us to enter into the kingdom. That's what it goes into. Uh, Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Verse 30, it says, "For the grain of evil seed hath been sown in the heart of Adam from the beginning, and how much ungodliness have it brought up unto this time, and how much shall it yet bring forth until the time of threshing come?" Right, which we're living in the time of threshing now. That's why this truth is going out throughout the four corners of the earth. So going back in the second Ezra chapter 3 and 12, and it happened that when they that dwelt upon the earth began to multiply, and had gotten them many children, and were a great people, they began again to be more ungodly than the first. And the Lord told, he said, what? My spirit will not always dwell with man. All right, strive with man. Genesis 6 and 3. And the Lord Yahweh said, and this is when they began to multiply on the face of the earth. Okay, let's go grab that. Genesis 6 and 1. And it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of the Most High saw that the daughters of men that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. And the Lord said, My spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. So man is also flesh. Flesh is corrupt. All right, this corruptible flesh. So up until this very time, this very day, all right, the earth is in complete wickedness. All right. It says, Second Ezra 3 and 13. Now when they lived so wickedly before thee, thou didst choose thee a man from among them, whose name was Abraham. Him thou lovest, and unto him only thou showedest thy will, and madest an everlasting covenant with him, promising him that thou wouldest never forsake his seed. And unto him thou gavest Isaac, and unto Isaac also thou gavest Jacob and Esau. For as for Jacob, thou didst choose him to thee, and put by Esau. And so Jacob became a great multitude. Okay, so it's not dealing with Esau at all. It says, and it came to pass when thou leadest his seed out of Egypt, thou broughtest them up to the Mount Sinai, and bowing the heavens, thou didst set fast the earth, movest the whole world, and madest the depths to tremble, and troublest the men of that age. And thy glory went through four gates of fire, and of earthquake, and of wind, and of cold, that thou mightest give the law unto the seed of Jacob, and diligence unto the generation of Israel. All right, so let's go grab Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Deuteronomy 7 and 6, it says, for thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because you were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people. But because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he has sworn unto your fathers, hath the Lord brought you unto have the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand, and redeemed you out of the house of bondage from the hand of Pharaoh king of Egypt. Know therefore that the Lord thy power, he is the most high, the faithful power, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him, and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations. All right, so the Lord made a covenant with the children of Israel, not any other people. All right, because what he has an oath. He made an oath with Abraham, all right, and that he would bless his seed, and you can't do away with that. That's an everlasting covenant. Okay, let me go grab that. This is Romans chapter 11 and verse 1. It says, I say then, hath the Most High cast away his people? The Most High forbid. For I also am Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. The Most High hath not cast away his people. What ye not what the scripture saith of Elias, how he maketh intercession to the Most High against Israel, saying, right? So the Lord is not cast us away. Okay? Slakia. Not cast thee away. Yep. This is Isaiah chapter 41 and verse 9. It says, I'll start at verse 8. It says, but thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend, thou whom I have taken from the ends of the world, and called thee from the chief men thereof, and said, thou art my servant, I have chosen thee, and have not cast thee away. So there's the Lord's chosen is the Israelites. Okay, let's go to the book of Psalms, 148 and verse 14. He also exalteth the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh, right? A people near unto him. All right, he exalted the horn of his people, which is the power. All right, and when the Lord does that, that's the whole Yahweh Shai coming through and bringing judgment to these heathens, because they were created to be our servants. All right, they were created to be under subjection to us, and all of this is preordained. All right, this is Ephesians chapter 1 and verse uh 4. It says, according as he hath chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and without blame before him in love, having predestinated us unto the adoption of children by Yahweh Shai Mashiach to himself, according to the good pleasure of his will. All right, and this is only talking about Israel. All right, all of these letters were towards the Israelites. Let's go to the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 1. James, a servant of the Most High, and the of the Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. All right. So it's all to the 12 tribes. Let's go grab this. Amos chapter 3 and verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for your iniquities. Right. You only have I known. As a matter of fact, let's start at verse 1. Amos 3 and 1. Hear this word that the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. Right? So the Lord not dealing with these other nations. All right. Now let's go grab Ezekiel chapter 36. And I start at verse 1. It says, Also, thou son of man, prophesy unto the mountains of Israel, and say ye, mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord Yahweh. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because the enemy have said against you, Aha, even the ancient high places are our possession, in possession, all right, which they've taken the ancient high places, which is our land. All right. The scripture said that the Jerusalem will be trodden down of Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. All right, meaning literally. All right. The Gentiles, these other nations, they're in our land. All right. Um, Luke 21 and 24, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and they shall be led captive into all nations. All right, which Israel has been scattered into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Right. So going back into Ezekiel 36. In verse 2, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because the enemy have said against you, Aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. Therefore prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side. Who? These heathens. Mainly Esau Edom is going to tell you. It says that ye might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen, and ye are taken up in the lips of talkers, and are the infamy of the people. Let's go look up that word infamy. All right, everybody's talking shit about us Israelites. They calling us outcasts too. All right, state of being well known for some bad quality or deed. Okay, they're basically calling us wicked. All right, that's all you hear. All right, infamy, disgrace, discredit. Right. It says and ye are taken up in the lips of talkers, and are an infamy of the people. Therefore, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord Yahweh. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh to the mountains, and to the hills, to the rivers, and to the valleys, to the desolate wastes, and to the cities that are forsaken, which became a prey and derision to the residue of the heathen that are round about. Right? Because they're in our land. Verse 5. Surely, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which is Edom, which have appointed my land into their possession, with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. Okay, so the Lord is about to judge these heathens for going into our land, you know, for swallowing us up on every side, all right, and making us a laughing stock, you know, pretty much destroying us. All right, and they're jealous. Okay, let's go grab and our people, they don't know that these other nations are our enemies. Slakia. It talks about that in Psalms 83. All right, Lamentations 4 And Salakia. I'm gonna just read this real quick. Lamentations 4:17. As for us, our eyes as yet fell for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. Right? These Edomites, these other nations. All right, they're not gonna save us. They're our enemies. That's why the scripture says, "Never trust thine enemy." Now, there's a scripture in here. I believe it's in Lamentations 2. Yep, Lamentations 2:15. All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, Is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? All thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee. Right? We went into that in Ezekiel 36. Become the infamy and of talkers. All thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash the teeth. They say, We have swallowed her up. Yup. Certainly, this is the day that we look for. We have found and we have seen it. Right? That's a precept. It said, The Lord have done that which he had devised, which was his curses. He hath fulfilled his word that he had commanded in the days of old. He hath thrown down and he hath not pitied, and he hath caused thine enemy to rejoice over thee. He hath set up the horn of thine adversaries. So the Lord set up our enemies over us right now. All right, and they loving it. They living it up. Casting us down from our excellency. All right, doing all types of you know, articles, news outlets, pretty much just spreading misinformation around the world that we're the wicked. All right, that's why the scripture talks about the accuser of thy brethren. All right, this is Psalm 62:3. How long will ye imagine mischief against a man? Ye shall be slain, all of you. As a bound wall shall ye be, and as a tottering fence. They only consult to cast him down from his excellency. They delight in lies. They bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly, right? These heathens, these devils, all right? They want to cast us down from our excellency. Like I said, they go and hire these rappers, these female rappers, all right, and giving them all types of capital so that they can go and push out all types of wicked vibrations on our people so that they can so that we can be the face of wickedness in the earth. All right. That's why it says in Habakkuk, that's why it says in Habakkuk, uh um woe unto him that putteth the bottle to his neighbor's mouth. Salaki, I'm gonna have to do a part 2 on this. Shalom.